friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. Today is the last day that I can work on my projects for Christmas. So I still have a lot to do. So I'm gonna just buckle down and get it done. Thank you to everybody so much for all your very enthusiastic cheers for me to get this done. I really appreciate it. It helps. It really does help. But before I get started, I wanted to show you some things that I decided I'm going to do. Here's the wishing tree, and I have it dangled, and I kind of was struggling about how am I going to put wishing tree on here? What am I going to do? So I have decided, let me move that out of the way for a moment. I had written on this with permanent marker, a Sharpie, and I couldn't get it off because it's a Sharpie. So I thought, just in case, I'm sure some of my friends here do know this, but there may be at least one person who doesn't know this. I took an alcohol wipe because it's since it's permanent, it would be alcohol base is what I was thinking. So I took a little alcohol wipe, which if you have rubbing alcohol, you could probably use that too. I just have a lot of these alcohol wipes from other projects that I did, and I just did this. Now this was napkin decoupage, and I had used what was it? Did I use Mod Podge on this one? I don't think I did. I think I used the Liquitex, so I was able to write on it, seal this and write on it. And then I just take my little alcohol pad. Whoops, I guess I needed another one. I've had these forever. And it's taking that ink off, and it's taking it off, at least for me, good enough, where I can still use this. There, fancy. All right, so I just wanted to share that little thing there. This is my little one that I made for myself, my little prototype, and I didn't do my beads all the way correctly, but doesn't matter. Nobody knows but me, and now you. And then I decided on the back, I'm writing, this is what I'm doing. I'm using these little markers, these little marker pens. Let me show you. Les Pen. I bought these on Amazon a very long time ago. They're acid-free and non-toxic. They are a fine tip because that's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. Does it tell me how many? Oh, 0.3 mm. So that's what I wanted. I actually use these quite a bit for writing things. I like them. So this is just paint. I did not seal that. And then I took my gold marker pen and I just, or paint pen, and I just went down all the sides, and then I colored the star on both sides, and then I went down each tree around and around. So I'm doing 32 trees, 32 of these for the kids. I made a couple of extra, just in case, but I have 32 that I'm getting done. And then so I decided I want them to know it's a wishing tree. This is a lot easier when it's not attached. Did I already do these ones? No. Let me do one that's not done, because that'd be so much easier. So I've got all my little jump rings on there, a big one and a small one. And then on the back, I'm just gonna write, well, of course, December. And then 2023. And then I'm gonna write wishing tree up here. There we go. And then I have this nice big space right here. I can write Merry Christmas. And I'll put their name to make it, to personalize it. Lori Ann. Except this wasn't Lori Ann's. Lordy. This one wasn't Lori Ann's. Oh my gosh. Geez, can I take it off? I didn't seal that paint, so let me see. Is it gonna work? It's gonna be messy. Okay, it's gonna work. I might have to put some more paint on there, but let's just see about this part first. Get the whole part off. Okay, I think that'll be fine. I'm gonna set that one aside though. I think this one was Lori Ann's, and with the polka dots. I know it sounds silly, like, does that matter? It does matter. Let's try this again. And I'm writing correctly, but that's okay. That part doesn't bother me. So, love. Aunt Sandra. And Uncle Jason. There we go. Let me put the cap on there real quick. And then this, then it will just be attached to the tree, and then it's just like that. So if I have time, I'm gonna put stickles on these today. If I can get them all filled out, then I can turn them all over and I can just put stickles around them, because that's what I want, at least a little bit on there, because I think it'll be really pretty. Let me just do a little bit with this one. And even some of the gold paint, like, I just think, let me just try it a little bit here. Just, you know, for some sparkle, so when they hang these on the trees, they will be so cute. And if I do this before I attach them, I should be fine and not have to worry about anything bad happening. So there's that. Isn't that cute? And so I will do that for all 32 kids, and then I will lay them over on the other table now that I have my working spot. And I'm not going to do any more right now with this. I'm just going to lay that together so I don't smush it. I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do to put their money in there, and that's what I'm working on right here with the little envelopes. So I took out of my big Christmas paper pad that I've been working with that I got from Hobby Lobby, I took papers out, cut them down to 5 by 5. I'm using my envelope punch board. I did a couple of envelopes, and I decided to go with the paper size of 5 by 5, and then my score line, and it tells me what my card size. I'm not doing a card though, so I didn't really worry about that. So here's all the papers that I chose, and I made an envelope on each one. I think they're gonna be fine. I gotta put them all together. So there's this one, this one, this one, this one, you know, these colors. I think they're cute. And so what I did is I took this, you know, the real cheapy sticker pads for the, what do you call it? I got ink on my fingers now. Labels, not labels. Well, I guess they are. Just 2 in the fronts. So I bought a sticker pad, the 2 in the fronts, and then I stuck them on. I used some glue stick, and I restuck them onto green cardstock, and then I just freehand squiggly cut each one. I've already filled them out. I did this last night. Every kid has I have their name on it and who it's from in 2023. And then they're all on a green cardstock, and I use different ones, so they're cute. Anyhow, and then I'm just gonna put them on this, like this, on their little envelope, like so. And then they're $5, they get a $5 bill for Christmas. So $5 times 32 is a lot. They get a $10 bill on their birthdays. And then I'm just gonna stick it in there just like that. That's it. Well, like this. And that's gonna go in their little bag. I was trying to figure out how am I gonna attach this. Well, actually, it's not gonna go in their bag. Back it up. I will show you when I get to that point what I'm gonna do with it. But for now, I'm making envelopes. And I have an envelope punch board, and I will say, I don't know about anybody else here, but the envelope punch board is one of my favorite things that I purchased. I love it. I use it. I don't use it every single day, but I'm telling you, when I need envelopes, this is my lifesaver. The only thing I would say is not my favorite thing about it, if I had to give it a con, is that these sizes, and I don't know where my paper is, you can make even larger ones, but for me, I struggle with where my line is. I don't know how to turn my paper, I guess, to finish out my score line because it doesn't match up. I don't know. There's probably a trick. If somebody knows that trick, please share it with me. So if you haven't used a scoreboard before, let me show you, or stamp, oh my gosh, scoreboard. Well, this is scoring. If you have not used a punch board before, this is how fantastic it is. It told me what size to cut my paper to make my envelope. So I'm gonna do, there's 2 of these that are 5 by 5s. So I don't know if you can see that. And I do always use like a piece of printer paper for my sample. I shouldn't say always, because I try to always grab one of those, and then I make a sample to see what size I actually want, because even though they're the same size, the score line's different, so it makes the envelope shape different. And I really wanted a square one so I could fold the $5 bill right in half and just slide it in there. So that's how I chose that. So then over here it tells you the score line, where to start your score line. This is the card size. So if you were making a card and you knew what size card you wanted to make, it gives you all the card sizes, and then you just go over it. Then it tells you what size to cut your paper down to, and then where to start your score line. So super, super cool. Love that. So I'm doing the, well, my card size, if I was using one, would be a 2.5 by 3. And then my paper size I cut down to 5 by 5. And then my score line starts at 2 3/8. So I just look over here, I go to 2 3/8. And then I push that down, that gives me my little indentation. Use my little scoring tool that comes with it. My little knife thingy-majigger. Looks like a butter knife, but I use that. And I make my line. And then I turn it, and you would just line this little piece right here with this line. And then if you look right up here, and it'll tell you, you'll see where you land. So now I know that every time on my opposite turn, I'll show you in a second. So now it's gonna have me at 2 5/8. So I'm gonna do that. Did I punch down yet? I don't know. Okay, so, and then when I turn it, it'll be back to the 2 3/8. So I don't have to always look at that line. It's nice to line it up, but sometimes you can't see it depending on your paper that you're using. So there's the 2 3/8, and then I know this is gonna be 2 5/8 because I'm only gonna have the 2 measurements with my thingamajigger, with my board. And then I can just set that aside for a minute. And then I have all these wonderful little score marks. And then I can just simply fold this in. I will tell you, hands down, it is my favorite thing. If you don't have one of these and you were looking and you like to make envelopes and you want it to be easier and you're saving up for a tool for your craft room, this by far is my favorite. I don't know that it's everybody's favorite, but it is definitely mine. Then on the back here, you can put your little pieces in here if you like, and you can round your corners. So now I gotta do is just put that together, and oh, voila. Actually, I think I did it the wrong way. That's all right. Okay, so when I said the wrong way to round these corners, I needed to do my fatter ends, because if I put those fat ends in, then you can see all the little things here. So I just did it backwards. That's no problem. I can go in here. You can actually round all your corners if you want to. You can do whatever you want. Whoops, I didn't get in there all the way. You can also use a corner rounder. You don't have to use that part to do that either. So now that I have done that, I'll put my little shorty ones in first, my little short sides, and then I'll do that. And now I have this wonderful little thing, and my $5 bill fits nicely. I can just fold it right in half and put it right inside there. And then they have their little money, and then they'll have their little tag on the front. And I just made sure that all my green, I have these all made, so I just pulled all the papers. I just set them on top of each one to make sure they'll look nice. So it'll look nice on that one. It'll look nice on that one. I already did that one. It'll look nice on that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. So, okay, I think I have like 8 of them done. I've got, 24 more to do. So I will see you in a few. All right, I've got them all cut out, all of them. And now I'm just gonna go through and round the corners. And I know, what I did is I stacked them all so that they all match. And then I know I'm gonna chop my larger sides. And I decided that I like to use this a little bit better so I don't have to keep pushing because of the way my hand works. And I'm gonna use my, the 7 millimeter. I don't know. Is that what it stands for? I don't know. So I'm just gonna go through here and then give these all a big cut. So I realize I said I have this, today's my last day, but you're gonna see this after these are done. And after they're already handed out. But still, I only have 1 day left. Goodness gracious, like, Deb totally called me out. I work, like, I don't know what it is about working under pressure, but I've always been that way. My aunt, when I was talking to her about it when I was in North Carolina, said that she says it's because I grew up in such chaos. Yes, it was a lot of chaos growing up. But she said so that's what I learned. That's what I have adapted to, and so I work better under pressure. And it's crazy because I know that part of it is from procrastinating a little bit, but even when I'm procrastinating, I'm still doing other things. Like, I'm getting a lot of stuff done. I mean, you guys know, you see me, I'm like out of control here. But cleaning, I think cleaning and organizing is kind of a is where, when I procrastinate, that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing that a lot. And I know when I'm overdoing that I'm just overwhelmed with whatever's going on. So I think I use it as a coping mechanism for cleaning and organizing, which is fine. I think a lot of people do that. But anyways, there's that. So I need to get these done today. Let's see, today's actually Thursday. Is it the 21st? Yes. And one of these have to be mailed to Texas. I forgot all about that. And she's probably not even going to get it until after Christmas. So that's going to be a little bit of a bummer for me. But at the same time, she'll still like it, because who doesn't like getting presents all through the year, right? So there's that. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep clipping all of these. And I'll put one together with you, the one that goes to Texas. And we'll get that mailed off. I think that was everything I was going to tell you on that. Oh, and then, yeah, and that punch board. So the punch board, I never did say. I got mine through Stampin' Up! Because my friend sells Stampin' Up! And I went to her party and supporting her, and also supporting myself on getting a tool that I needed. But I know that We Are Memory Keepers makes them, and I'm not sure who else makes them, but I know that there's plenty of different ones out there, and you can find them on Amazon. Or through a local person that you know that might be selling stuff like that. And then there's that. And I thought, you know what, I should have made a couple more of these. We have some gift cards. I buy the local gift cards at restaurants and coffee shops for two things. So I think I might have already told you this, don't know, but I'll tell you again just in case I didn't. We buy them for people that make a difference in our lives, you know, like our UPS driver, FedEx driver, you know, people that, you know, just they have a job. It's their job, but they do it with a smile and whatever. Anyhow, so we buy those. Our garbage collectors, you know, because that's a nasty job, anyways, right? So they have. I buy them for them and some. We also buy a gift certificate, which is for our tenants. We buy them it's a little bit bigger of a gift certificate that we buy them, and we get them. That's the ones we get at the restaurants for them, and we just as a Christmas and a thank you for being an amazing tenant, you know, and it's just we appreciate you, and we have really good tenants. So we want to show our appreciation. So we just buy them a little gift certificate to a restaurant. So I'm supporting local and gifting. So I feel like that's good. I feel good about that. So I need to get those all delivered today, unless we're delivering them on our way out of town, which that's a possibility. So I'll be right back. All right, my friends, I think I'm to the finish line here. Well, with one of them. This one has to get mailed off. So, but I'm to the finish line of this is what I'm gonna do. Got my little tree, and I just tied it on. I actually so these are the ribbons that, when it was on that garland, and I cut them all off. These were stuck through their little hats, holding them all together. So I kept these. I'm gonna use those to, tie the little tree on. And the reason why I decided to do that is because with the jump rings, if I used a thinner thread, which I thought I was going to use, it might slip through the little crack of the jump ring, because I'm not the greatest at getting those on there, and I think that just gives me a little bit more stability and a little added flair. I also needed to, so I have the stickles on there, and then this one's to my sweet little niece, Keely. She lives in Texas, so I'm gonna send this to her. I also needed to get her little thing put on there. I have her label, so I'm gonna put that on real quick. So, I mean, before I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a belly band, I'm gonna do this, took the money through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, lady, just pull it together. You don't have time for this. You squandered it away working in your fabric room, which I gotta say, I have been enjoying that. So that'll be her thing, and now I know that for everybody else that I'm handing them to, it's going to give me a great way to be able to know who goes to who with their name on it. So then let me put the cap back on here. And cute little gifts. These are cute. I think you can put this in a journal. So they're fun. That's part of this, is can be journaling stuff, right? And then I need to put a little hangy thingy on here because this is actually an ornament that they can use. So I have this baker's twine. I think that's what it is. I got this at a yard sale. So I'm just gonna poke, I threaded it through. I'm just gonna poke it through the hat, just like it was before. And just snip it off. Parents can either change this out or they can put a different, you know, they can add another little hangy thingy on here if they want. I'm just gonna make it super simple on me and just do that. That's it, just like you would like a tag. And now it can just hang on the tree, and it's got that little thing there. Then I'm gonna pop this baby inside. I'm gonna pull the tree's gonna. I'm just gonna pull it up like this and up under his nose. Put him in these little bags, which I hope my stipples is dry, but it might not be. I'm gonna put him in there. Tuck that down. And then use a little bit more, I guess, of this. I kind of, do I have enough to do 32 of these? Well, Keely's gonna get hers like this because this is what I have in front of me, and hers needs to go into the mail. There we go, there we go. Just gonna tie that off. With a bow. Let's see if I can manage a bow for everybody. We'll see. We'll see how long these fingers last. I would ask Jason to help me with the bows, but he's not. If you are not a bow maker, a bow doer, then it's just as hard. It's just as hard, if not worse. So there's her little package, and then her little envelope. These are the stickers I was telling you about. They came like in a booklet that I think I bought them at either the Dollar Tree or Walmart. It might have been Walmart. So I just use those stickers. I've had them forever. But I also get they give me their junk mail. I buy junk mail, you know, at yard sales in boxes of like all the letters. And I remember to have all these little stickers. Let me see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 24, 30, 34. Wait, did I do that right? 32? No, I don't know. But anyways, I have enough. That's all I wanted to see. So I'm going to use these stickers here to close their little envelope. There we go. Done, done and done. And then I'm going to take this envelope and I'm going to use, I was going to use a sticky dot. Maybe I still will if I can get to them. And let's see. Don't know. I don't know. I have a drawer on top of a drawer here. Whoops. Oh my gosh. And everything's filled. Jeez. Okay, well, I'll just open up a new one. So here's some mini dots. Stampin' Up. That's where I bought them, but I have some bigger ones. I want to use some bigger ones, but. Okay, well, anyways. I was thinking I would just put these on here. I was going to put a little Brad in there, and then I was going to tie this off with the thing. And I don't have time, but there you go. That's Merry Christmas to the children. That's their Christmas present. That's what I do. And that I am finished with this little series on the Christmas things for the kids. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's fun. I have a lot of work. I have I can actually, let me just tip you over and I can show you my little desk stuff. There we go. See, I have all of them over there. That's on top of my drawers underneath that board right here. That's why I couldn't get it out. But I have everybody's stacks, every family stack there, and a couple here and a couple there, and I'm gonna finish them and get them so I can hand deliver all of those. This is the only one I have to mail out. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, my friends. I enjoy hanging out with you. I will see you on the next video. Enjoy all your moments, and also Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.